hours now, and all I gotta say is it's a fucking amazing town. It's all the fucking 12 of you. I didn't come prepared, so I just thought I'd tell a story that made me think this is real life, you know? I'm gonna preface this story by saying about 6-7 years ago in the Pacific Northwest, there was a real superhero by the names of, he was called Phoenix Jones. And his whole thing was to be a real superhero and save the Pacific Northwest of crime. And I thought it was pretty cool at the time. I actually did a report on him in school. It's not besides the point. Well, I was still in high school. I was about 17, and I was playing a concert in downtown Seattle. We were out front. And I thought it would be a great idea to solidify this Thursday night in the history books by taking a bunch of drugs and dressing up as a superhero. And it seemed like a good idea. I had a buddy who did the exact same thing with me. He took drugs, dressed up as a superhero. Show went great. After the fact, we were still high on drugs, so we decided to walk downtown. At the corner of our eye, we see a colorful group of people walking up. And it is none other than Phoenix Jones and the superhero crew. After we shit our pants and did the introduction, he asked us, "Hey, would you guys like to patrol the city with us?" And all I thought was, of course. We're dressed up like superheroes, high on drugs. So we decided to walk around Seattle for the next hour or so, and then eventually he turns to us and says, "Well, sometimes crime isn't worth fighting, and we just gotta call it a night." And I thought to myself, this is real life. I thought I'd end with a joke, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this story with a joke. So, there's a guy who he dies, and he ends up in purgatory. And there's the saint, whatever his name is, Michael, Peter, whatever the saint in purgatory is. And the saint, he says, "You can go to heaven, but there's only one test you have to do." He raises his hand, and a whole wall of dicks goes up. And he goes, these are the dicks of everyone you've ever met in your life. This is your Grandpa Joe. This is your Dad Ronnie. This is Jeff from across the street. And if you suck and fuck your way up the wall and over the wall, you will get to heaven. And he goes, "You know what? I'm going to do it." So he starts sucking, making his way up the wall. And he looks up. I'm making some good progress. So really, he puts on the fucking burners and starts sucking. And then all of a sudden, he looks up, and the wall is exactly the same. And that's when he realized he was in heaven all along. Thank you, everybody.